During a time that I was in a relationship with a woman who I believed would be the mother of my children, I wanted nothing more than for her to be content and independent of any outside assistance. Because of this, whenever she showed signs of being upset, I would make it a point to try to cheer her up or buy her something I knew she would enjoy because I felt it was my responsibility to be the cause of her positive emotions. However, no matter how hard I tried, she would always remain upset. I was never able to keep up with her ever-changing emotional state, and trying to do so always felt like a hopeless endeavor. Now, she wasn't all that bad at controlling her emotions around me, so I didn't have to take very many buses, but boy, was I a fool for trying to make her happy. Now, she wasn't all that bad at controlling her emotions around me. My ex-partner was never aggressive or loud during our arguments. However, she was very good at shutting down and remaining silent. She gave the impression that you were speaking to a brick wall, which always irritated me. Therefore, in an effort to be the more responsible party, I would try to find a solution to the problem and ensure her happiness, but I was never successful. I didn't realize how much of an idiot I was trying to make my girl happy until we broke up and I took the red pill. The truth is that no matter what you do for a woman, you can never make her happy. I didn't realize how much of an idiot I was trying to make my girl happy until we broke up and I took the herb. Your mother, aunt, cousin, niece, sister, grandmother, wife, girlfriend, and others who are related to you fall under this category. You're not going to be able to make her happy no matter how hard you try, because no woman in the history of the world has ever been capable of sustained happiness. Even if you granted her every wish she's ever had, she would not be happy no matter what you did. You could give this woman the keys to the world and she would still find something to complain about, even if she had everything she could possibly want. It never ceases to amaze me that one can literally give a woman everything she needs, including food, clothing, a place to live, and a lavish lifestyle, and she will still find a way to complain about something that the other person did not do. If this is the case, then why do women take everything that a man does for granted? As a whole, women do not like or love themselves, and as a result, they can never be satisfied. Because of this, it is impossible to make a woman happy. As a direct consequence of this, a large number of men are now living in poverty. Some of them are homeless or in rehabilitation, and some unfortunate brothers have taken their own lives simply because they tried to satiate the insatiable appetite of a woman. But information is power in potential form, and you are going to discover today why there is never enough of it no matter what you do for them. You have to understand that, contrary to the widespread perception, women do not love themselves despite the fact that they appear to be constantly seeking self-love. If you don't believe me, then explain to me why you feel the need to compliment women on how they look so frequently. Because women do not love themselves on the inside, they look for love from others on the outside. This is why women look for attention and validation from others, particularly from other men. Due to the extreme degree to which women hate themselves, if they do not receive attention from the people in their immediate environment, they will literally lose all meaning in their lives. It is important to note that over the course of the years, there have been women who have deleted themselves from social media based on the number of likes that one of their posts receive because they believe that this is what other people think about them. Women who did not receive attention from their fathers as children as a result of their fathers being too busy or absent from their lives will typically grow up seeking male attention primarily through bedroom fun. This is because going to that extreme to prove a point is not something you want to do. Okay, tell me why you think women wear makeup if they are so in love with themselves and how they look, because they aren't, and in fact, they despise how they look in the mirror. Tell me why you think women wear makeup if they are in love with themselves and how they look. Why do you believe that women who are unhappy with their own appearance seek out cosmetic procedures such as Botox, lip fillers, breast implants, and bole? This is especially perplexing considering the fact that you constantly compliment her on aspects of her body and face that she finds offensive. What do you think it does to her feelings towards you given that information? Believe me when I say that even the most beautiful women you'll ever meet have significant insecurities because this proves that they do not love themselves. If they had genuine self-love, then wearing fake hair, nails, eyelashes, and makeup would either not be necessary or at the very least not be so prevalent in today's society that I don't think we need to talk about women getting plastic surgery and using camera filters to change their appearance. If they had genuine self-love, then wearing fake hair, nails, and eyelashes would not be necessary. When I say that women don't love themselves, believe me, they don't. Therefore, you need to comprehend that it is impossible to make someone happy when they aren't even satisfied with themselves. The second reason why women will never be happy is that no matter how much they obtain, they will never be able to fulfill the requirements of men. It is extremely important to me that you comprehend and internalize the following concept. No matter how much you sacrifice for a woman, it will never be enough. Even if you give her a place to lay her head, she will still complain that the house is too cramped and that before she met you, she was staying in her mother's house. This is true even if you give her a roof over her head. This is an example of how sick and disgusting they can be to hardworking men who make sacrifices on their behalf so that they can have a better life. This is the reason why I've stated in earlier videos that they will never value what you do because they are unable to be content with and be grateful for what they already have. They will never appreciate what you do. The question, "What have you done for me lately?" is a perennial favorite among women. The following day, it will have no significance for her. Even if you marry a woman and take care of her for several decades, she may still end the marriage and have higher expectations for you. Do you understand what I mean regardless of what you do for your woman or the female members of your family, or do you need me to provide more examples? They will never be satisfied with what you give them, and you will have no choice but to accept this. I want you guys to look in your own lives and think about all the things you've done for women. Then I want you to tell me if any of those women have ever come back to you and thanked you sincerely for the good deed you did for them, or just for being a part of their life. I want you guys to look in your own lives and think about all the things you've done for women. The majority of you would have to be on your deathbed before you ever heard words of gratitude come out of a woman's mouth, and even then, you wouldn't hear those words from women. You won't hear those words from women until you're on your deathbed. I say this to drive home the point that women are, by their very nature, extremely self-centered, and that everything in their world is centered on them. Because of this, they will rarely put your requirements ahead of their own. In point of fact, a lot of women are so self-centered that they won't even take care of their own kids so that they can do whatever they want with their own two eyes. I've seen mothers go out clubbing while leaving their children at home alone without any supervision, food, or other form of protection. Therefore, if their children are unable to make some of them happy to the point where they can be responsible parents, what gives you reason to believe that you can? You, on the other hand, are the complete antithesis of women who require negative energy in order to feel alive and entertained because they are so miserable with themselves. One thing you need to realize is that women enjoy drama and chaos, and that is how they want to live their lives. You are the complete opposite of women. You want peace, quiet, and freedom. How can you make someone who enjoys chaos happy when you're the one who enjoys chaos? If we only consider these examples, we can see that it is impossible for a man to make a woman happy. In the pursuit of making women happy, you will lose a significant amount of money, energy, attention, and time while gaining very little in return for your efforts. It is one of the most self-destructive things a man is capable of doing to himself on the face of this planet. I am being completely serious when I say that if you want to make a woman happy, you will have more luck trying to make a dog happy. So, what should you do instead of trying to make women happy? If you are not trying to make women happy, do what you can for them, but never go above and beyond. The moment you go out of your way to please a woman is when you'll be taken advantage of. This applies to all women. Never go above and beyond what is necessary, because if you do, they will not appreciate it. So keep that in mind the moment you go above and beyond what is necessary for them. As soon as I made the adjustment and stopped placing women ahead of myself in importance, I became immediately aware of how much happier I was and how much more at peace I was with myself. I don't want any of you guys to squander your time trying to make women happy when you won't receive anything positive in return for your efforts. Allow another man to take on the role of her dancing monkey. After all of that work, it's important to keep in mind that you can either love women or understand them. You can't do both.